Well, hello there, Scorpio. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we are going to be doing your general tarot reading. So we'll take a look at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's see what we have here to begin. Bobcat Spirit, life is a mystery. Isn't that true? And we also have message in a bottle. It's almost, look at all that blue. It's almost as if you're getting a message, okay, from someone, or about a certain situation or something, but it's almost like, oh my goodness, like out of the blue, literally out of the blue, you get some type of a message, something, to tell you the truth, I feel like it's almost as if you are moving forward very quickly. Like, this is good news, whatever this is. It's beautiful news. So let's go ahead. It's also the number 8, a very spiritual number, as is above is below. The divine coming in, almost like clearing the path for you in some area. Yeah, definitely. You have the sacred temple underneath. This is, whatever this is fated. The divine time is now for this to come in. I feel like you've been waiting for a very long time. You know how a cat, and bobcats are in the cat family, right? So it's almost like a cat like pounces, can almost like leap forward. And I feel like, bobcats in particular can really leap forward. It's almost as if you are leaping forward in a very quick fashion. And it's very agile. Cats are very agile, very flexible, very curious. Just this energy of things really coming together for you after a very long time. Yeah. So we have on the bottom, we have the 3 of Hearts. Whatever, I'm sorry, the 3 of Swords, heartache, disappointment, something that has left you very anxious for some time. But this entire situation, whatever it is, and there is loss here, okay? Whatever this situation is, whether it's something that you were trying to manifest in your life, or if it was a relationship or a situation in your life, and it did not work out for you. For whatever reason. So it could have been a job that you're really hoping to get. It could have been, a new house or a new car that you were really hoping to get. It could be, a relationship that you thought was going to go long term, was going to go to the next level or something, and then it didn't. There's this energy here that disappointment was part of your path. Whatever it is that you wanted was really not meant to be in your life. Or it had kind of like gone the distance as far as it could with you. So this person or this situation that you are now missing, that did come to an end. It's given you a lot of anxiety, but here it is opening up new possibilities. You're seeing the strength in this, really turning into loving yourself, making decisions that are good for you, moving forward in a much more courageous way, but determined way too. It's kind of like, okay, I understand, because you have the gratitude card here. So it's kind of like, okay, I understand. I had to lose something in order to bring in something that's even more beautiful. So in your present energy, you have conflict and you have the 3 of Pentacles. This is trying to get something to work, whether it's a situation, trying to get a relationship to work, trying to, negotiate. This is about negotiating, trying to negotiate a specific contract on something you're trying to purchase, or perhaps a job that you're trying to get. It could even be trying to, work with family members, friends, co-workers. It's just that there's too much conflict in the situation. You're having difficulty getting this situation to come together. And so this is kind of like almost a part of the mystery, right? It's okay, I can't get this to work. This is something that I really want. It's almost that energy of pushing rope, like where you're trying to really get something to work in your favor. Just kind of pushing and pushing and pushing, and it's not working. And then all of a sudden it's kind of like, oh, okay, well, I give up. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, here you go. It's almost as if it comes in suddenly. Yeah, you've been fighting for some time. You could be dealing with a Libra. You don't have to be, but for a very long time, trying to put time and energy into balancing something out. It could be even a legal situation that you have been at battle for a very long time, perhaps in a divorce proceeding or an insurance settlement or something, just kind of like putting so much time and energy into this. It's really draining you, right? You're having to fight. A lot of fighting, trying to bring in this balance, kind of standing up for yourself. I feel like you're trying to stand up for yourself, but perhaps try to also bring in some justice for other people in some situation. And it's been a real battle with this, Five of Swords, a real battle. There are people in this situation that are almost kind of like digging their heels in. You could be also digging your heels in. It's kind of like a clashing. There's just like, okay, there's no way this is going to work out. So let's see, we have 10 of Cups and then we have the Tower right underneath. It's almost as if I feel like you were fighting really hard for something that you thought you wanted. And then suddenly, okay, out of the blue, it's almost as if something better comes along. Honestly, it's just that feeling that if something that you thought you wanted did not come into fruition for you and you've been really disappointed, this message is a clear indication that just wasn't meant to be, because there was something better on your path. So let's take a look at your obstacle for this month. We have the Seven of Swords and we have increase. There's something that you're trying to increase or bring into your life, manifest. It could be money, it could be success. Once again, it could be a big purchase that you're trying to make. It could be a relationship. It could be that you're just trying to get on your path and get going, right? That sense that, oh my goodness, like it doesn't matter how hard I work. You feel maybe like you're on a hamster wheel, like I can't make progress. And then suddenly it's kind of like the road goes from like a gravel road into a highway because it's almost this sense that you have been holding yourself back. I feel like you may have thought other people were holding you back, but it's almost as if when you give up your grip on exactly how you want this to come in, it's almost as if the universe is saying, yeah, well, we just wanted you to look, you have a Hierophant and the Strength card, it's part of this is having to continue to hope, to have faith. That's the Hierophant. Having the courage to have faith that in the end you are going to get exactly what is the best thing for you, And that doesn't mean that if something isn't coming in for us, we stop working, right? I mean, we have to put effort into it in order to manifest the things that we want. This is one of those situations where it seems like the more you push, the more you put effort into it, it's almost like the farther back you're going, right? So it's like one step forward, two steps back. It's that type of energy where you're just not sure, am I ever going to go forward? Because you have the Six of Swords here and you have the Six of Wands, both movement forward, having victory, being recognized, for the work that you've done. And then you have the Eight of Swords. It's almost as if your own self-doubt about being able to trust yourself, to trust the universe, that is what's holding you back in this situation. It's almost, I feel like this kind of like need to almost like throw your hands up in the air and say to the universe, just tell me what you want me to do. It's kind of like, okay, I think they're telling you, it's like, just take a break. Take a break, Scorpio. It's coming, because look at what your advice is. You have peace and you have the Page of Cups, right? This could be somebody coming in and apologizing. You know, you could have had a conflict with a friend, a family member, a romantic partner. You've been in conflict, couldn't get this to work out. And it's almost as if when you kind of like relax, okay, about the whole situation, and almost like, I don't want to say you're giving up, because it's not that. What you're doing is you're just allowing the universe to kind of like take the wheel. Understand that you're giving up your control over how you want the situation to turn out. You're saying, okay, universe, God, spirit, I am willing to allow you to take the wheel, to have this situation come forward, to move forward in the fashion that you think is the best for me. I am trusting you. And so it's almost as if when you do this, the Page of Cups, an apology, you know, somebody is calling you up to apologize, or, you know, offer you the job that you've been looking for. You could suddenly find out that, you know, the house that you really wanted and you put a contract on and you didn't get, suddenly something has changed and you get the house that you really wanted. There's something coming in from the universe. It's almost as if your job at this point is to just have trust, to understand that what is best for you is on the way. So let's see what we have here. This is almost like one of those situations where you're just, look at this. Queen of Swords on the bottom. Once again, that Libra energy is coming out, you know, noticing, recognizing that when you were, you know, the Queen of Swords is the lovely energy, but the Queen of Swords is just very cut and dry, right? Cuts things out of her life that are no longer good for her. It's almost as if, you know, you've been cutting out a lot of things because you're kind of like, well, that's not bringing me the happiness that I want. It's almost as if you've been cutting off your nose to spite your face a little bit. It's that, a little bit of that energy, like just cutting things out a little bit too quickly. It's about allowing your higher self, your intuition to guide you in this situation, to kind of get out of your head, because the Queen of Swords is very much in her head. I feel like, you know, you have the Eight of Swords here, a little bit too much in your head, trying to think it out too much. The High Priestess knows that the best situation, the best, you know, relationships are on her path. All she has to do is trust and listen to her heart, listen to her intuition about how to move forward. And I feel like that's where you're going, because we have the Moon card here. You're kind of like, okay, I don't know where this path is going, right? The path is dark. But I am going to trust my intuition. I'm trusting the universe and spirit to guide me in the dark towards what it is that is the best for me. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. So see, over here, you're having difficulty getting a situation to work out. So if you're having any conflict in a relationship or even within yourself, right, there's almost this sense that by the end of the month, things that have worked out, because we have the King of Wands here. You know, it's kind of like becoming the leader in this situation, understanding, getting your power back. I really love that energy. So Scorpio, to recap, right? I mean, you're in some type of situation, perhaps either within yourself, in a relationship, or within a situation, having some conflict. Things aren't working out the way that you want them to, right? But at some point, you are going to give up. The thing that you're understanding now is that you have to step back into that trusting energy, trusting yourself, trusting your spirit guides, trusting the universe, giving up the control, giving up the exact thing that you think you want, right? In order to allow something that is bigger and better for you to come in. So this comes in, and once again, we have the Tower. It comes in suddenly once you're willing to give up kind of controlling the situation, right? Trusting the universe. And in the end, by the end of the month, right, you are in a peaceful place, seeing gratefully that all has happened in your favor. I really do love this. You know, so many times in our life, right? We're just kind of like, oh my goodness, you know, so disappointed. We didn't get something that we really wanted, that maybe we worked really hard to get. And then on down the line, we realize, wait a minute, you know, we dodged a bad thing, you know, dodged a bullet here in order to have something better come in. It's just that your spirit guides and angels are protecting you. All right, how can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. And that's a Buddha quote. So choose one self-care action to do today. Set stronger boundaries, meditate and listen to your heart. Focus on your strengths, and we have the strength card there. Say no to something that isn't a soul yes, and say yes to something that you are afraid of. Ask for help and allow it. You know, that it's really important for us when we feel, it's almost this energy. I feel like you feel defeated in some area because there's something that you can't bring in for yourself. Sometimes when we feel defeated, like we can't have something that we really want, we get into this energy of the Eight of Swords. I think what you're doing is you're understanding that this is all working out in your favor. All you have to do is trust, have hope, believe, have faith, right? And it will work out. It's almost like I feel like you're taking it personally, that the universe isn't bringing you what you want. And it's really just saying to the universe, you know what? Wait a minute. I trust, right? Offering the universe the cup of love, right? It's kind of like, I trust. Go ahead. Bring me what you think is best for me. All right, well, Scorpio, I'm going to leave it there. I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I really do appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I hope to see you again really soon. Have a great day. Bye for now.